Right.
All right. Hey, everybody who's here, this is a good vibe. We're doing good stuff. Let's enjoy this and have fun with it. Let's be bold. All right.
Let's do both. Yes. Yeah. So Saturday, what happened at the No Kings rally for you, Joel?
Well, here, I'm going into Substack because we've got it
Okay.
live. So we can talk
Okay.
about that as a little bit in our intro when we start with people.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Good. Is
already
everybody hearing?
25
So
people are looking at it.
Okay.
how, there we go. Now, what a difference. Okay. Last time we opened up with 9. Today we open up with 25 people. All right,
Hey,
guys,
everybody.
we're making we're making head. Hey, it's time. Thanks for being here. Um,
Hi, everybody.
yeah, that's Deborah. Deborah Badass Mazzarelli.
Well, just call me Miserelli, really. That's generally the way people view me after they get to know me. Miserable
Oh
Mazzarelli.
shit.
So, yep.
Sorry, I just accidentally closed out my Substack. So bear
Okay.
with me. What the
Am
hell
I
am I
still on
doing?
Substack or no? If you close something out, am I closed out? Oh,
No.
Wolfpack. Ah,
Okay, so we got 27 people here. Thanks for everyone who's here.
oh,
Um, my name is Joel. I'm the founder of iodnations.org. That is International Online Democratic Nations.org. Um, with us, you've got the team. We've got Ashfaq, Rakesh, and Draco. They are all from Bangladesh. They're working with me and Deborah Mazzarelli right there to make online citizen-led democracy spread across the world. Um, and we are really glad to have everyone who's here. What Deborah is doing is she's leading the women's part of this, primarily from a national standpoint within the United States, but we are aggressively seeking women and others internationally to help make this movement happen. And what we're talking about here is women from the United States and women from across the world uniting in one primary location online to become perhaps the most powerful and influential democracy in history. Sarah, we will sign your ass up quicker than you can say boo. Sorry for the words, but we are here to sign people up, and you can help us out, and we will make you proud. Uh, Deborah is working her butt off. We all are, to try and make this happen. So we're going to talk in general here for a few minutes until we get some more people. Deborah, tell people a little bit about you.
well, let me first ask Sarah. Sarah, how did you hear about the Zoom meeting today?
Yeah, actually, we should invite Sarah if she wants to join us and
Yeah,
talk to us.
that would be great. If
Sarah, would you
Sarah,
Sarah,
yeah,
would you like to come in and talk to us? Just type yes and we will bring you in here. Captain Dave is back.
Yeah. Hey,
Welcome
Captain
back,
Dave,
Captain
welcome back.
Dave.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here. You got a notification on Substack. Okay. Do you have any interest in talking with us? Yes. Okay, we're going to send you an invite. We're going to bring you in here. And you said you're a veteran? We'll talk about that when you get in this call. Everybody who's here, we're just getting started. Um, Sarah is going to come in and join us in the call with Deborah Mazzarelli. She is heading up the online Democratic Women's Movement. Go
Okay,
ahead, Deborah.
Sarah, I'm
No.
going to send the Zoom link in your Substack personal or direct message, whatever you want to call it, so that you can join in, okay?
Okay. What do I have to
Yeah,
do?
I have shared the Zoom link with Sarah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
great.
Thanks,
So what am I
Rakesh.
doing?
We're
Yeah.
waiting for Sarah to pop up on the screen while we're waiting.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit more about you, Deborah.
Okay. My name is Deborah Mazzarelli. I was an assemblywoman, New York State, for 6 years back in the 90s until the year 2000 when I retired. But I've stayed politically active and was very active prior to running for office. Um, I know we're ending Women's History Month tomorrow, and I'd like to make it Women's History Year because in 1994, when I ran for office, they called it the Year of the Woman. And we had so much success in electing women that year that I'd like to do the same thing this year. Because I know everybody's as frustrated as I am with what's going on in America, actually globally. But I'll stick with America. We're not going to take this anymore laying down. All our rights are being deconstructed by a tyrant, by somebody who doesn't quite understand what we are. We're 51% of this nation. We're the majority. We should be ruling. We shouldn't be ruling like a king, but we should certainly have a voice in what's going on in our nation. So I'm encouraging everyone to get involved with iodnation.org, join so that we can together make the difference that needs to be made. That's getting our democratic republic back and away from the tyrant that's ruining democracy right now. Going back to myself, which I'd really rather not do, but just so you know that I was a Republican who ran in 94. I switched parties in 1997 because the Republican Party started letting the Jerry Falwells of the world inject religion into the political system. I'm a very strong believer in the separation of church and state, very strong believer in the Constitution, and I followed the oath every day that I took. I may not be a representative anymore in the New York State Assembly, but I am a representative of women every day of my life, just like all of us are. We need to unify, unite. We need to do something that makes us powerful. And the issue that I have latched onto that Joel has, and Draco and Rakesh and Mashbach, everybody's latched onto is the Epstein files. Because our survivors, those women are still waiting for justice. We started a campaign of emails that were being sent to their attorneys. People didn't want us contacting the survivors directly, but women are sending emails to the attorneys and women's groups that can be collected and brought to the House and to the Senate so that the president hears from our representatives if they ever get back from vacation. I don't want to get started on that, but if they ever get back from vacation and decide to represent us again, they'll listen to us. If we have sent enough emails, they'll release those files because they'll see how angry we are that these women have not received the justice that they deserve. They're courageous, they're brave, they're everything that we are. They need our help. So I'm asking everybody to get involved and participate with us. It's going to be a long process because apparently Lev and the Wolfpack gang, oh, they're organizing an email campaign as well. Great. Look at that. That's great. Yeah, we started doing this 2 weeks ago, and I sent information to Lev, and I'm wondering, and Zev, and Dean. So hopefully we can all work together in, yeah, that's good. Hopefully we can all work together
So,
in getting women's message to
Actually, we
the
have
House and Senate.
Sarah with us.
hey,
So welcome, Sarah.
yeah, let's
Great.
bring Sarah in here.
Is this
Sarah, what do
Sarah?
you know about us? Go ahead.
You need to unmute yourself, Sarah.
Technology is great as long as it's working properly,
Yep.
and then you can put
Hi,
it against a
Sarah.
concrete wall when you get angry. Hi guys, my name's
How are
Sarah
you?
Labrada. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm an Army kid, is what I call myself. I got issued a wheelchair about 10 years ago by the Army. They shrunk me about 3 feet, so I'm about 2 foot something now in my chair, which means I have a great view of everybody's butt and crotch. Kind of sucks, and honestly, but as a disabled vet, I refuse to give in to what the Lord has handed me. So why am I giving in to what the government is trying to give to me? Because
That's
right
right.
now they're not doing the right thing, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah, more than sucks, Sarah. You're right. More than
I'm using
sucks.
the appropriate vocabulary word today as opposed to the military vocabulary word, which has lots of four-lettered words that nobody likes to hear.
We don't mind. You use whatever vocabulary you want.
Yep.
Okay? Any way that you want
So-
to communicate is good with us. Because I'm not exactly, having been in politics, I don't have the cleanest mouth in the world either. So, by all means, just express yourself, Sarah. We really want to hear from you.
Understood.
So I'm going to cut in for just a minute, Sarah. I just want to speak to the group that's here because I want to make sure they understand what's going on. We are a live chat. Anyone who wants to come in and talk with us can, but the structure of our live chat is twofold. Okay, we're gonna talk early on. We're gonna talk about the issues. We want to hear what you're concerned about and all of that. But what makes us different from any other live feed that you're going to do is at the end of this live chat, we're going to break out and we're going to do emails. We're going to provide you with email addresses. We have a template that you can use to email the Epstein survivors. Okay. We have other groups that we need help emailing. We need to get, like Now or Planned Parenthood, they need to understand that there's a movement of women who are organizing online to get shit done. Okay. And if we send a group of 10 emails today, because that's all we get for people who will send them, next week we're going to send 20 or 30. Okay. And the week after that, we're going to send 100 or 200. Or maybe this thing's going to pop and we're going to send 1,000. But the women of the United States and the world are going to unite online. I can promise you it's going to happen. This is just a matter of how long it takes and how badly you guys want to put yourselves in positions of power and influence. And the way we live at this insane time in history where you can unite simply by tapping your screen or clicking your mouse or sending an email. If everybody here emails Deborah at iodnations.org. That's DEBRA at iodnations.org. You will be included in these emails. And we're not here just to commiserate, okay? We are here to make shit happen. So that's what the back end of this live feed is going to be. We're not just here to have everybody. We want to see the hearts. We want to see you enthused. We want to see you participate. But in the live chat, but when the shit hits the fan, we need to start making things happen. And we need, instead of 75 women or 75 people here, we need 300 or 3,000, and we're going to get there. We just hope you'll join us in doing it. So Sarah, this is the mission. Okay, it's to unite women online democratically, and it's happening across the world. So, for instance, right now in Taiwan, they had the sunflower movement in 2014, and young people rebelled and they they had a 9% approval rating from the citizens of their government. And they created this whole online interconnection between the citizens of Taiwan and their Taiwanese government. And they're now up to 70% approval rating in 11 years. Okay. We're not going to wait 11 years for this. Okay. Women are going to unite online. And as soon as I get to the point where you guys have enough volunteers who are stepping in and we're really making this happen, I'm really going to be focused on like getting the Ukraine nation to unite online. That's the kind of thing that's going on. And imagine this, Sarah. Imagine, so for those of you who don't know, who've come in late, Sarah's a veteran. Imagine the international online democratic veterans nation. Imagine all of the veterans across the world uniting online and putting themselves into a position of power and influence, right? Because these veterans are the ones who get screwed in these wars that don't need to happen, okay? And the veterans of Russia or Denmark or Australia or the United States or Canada, none of them want to go to war, okay? And if you guys unite online, Deborah, you can become a citizen of the Online Democratic Women's Nation, the Online Democratic Veterans Nation, any cause that is joined together and united enough, you can exercise your power and influence and compound that by belonging to multiples of these groups that promote freedom and democracy. What do you think when we say that? Does that seem real to you?
Well, my oath has no expiration date.
Oh, I love your
Is what I like to
background.
tell everybody. So, I said I do to protecting our country from enemies, foreign and domestic, back when I enlisted. I tell everybody, I put my hand up and I said, I do. I said, it's the first shot we got in the head that makes us a little crazy because we did it on our own accord. We did it under our own power and we decided to do it. So when you ask if a veteran wants to get involved and we say yes, it's because we're giving 100% all the time. We don't say yes if we're not going to try our hardest to do it.
That's right. Thank you,
Because
Sarah.
How?
most of us are.
Thank you for. Go ahead.
Most of us are of the decision that we don't want it to happen to anybody else. What happened to us? So we all bound together by the fact that we're brothers and sisters in arms. Doesn't matter what branch of service you're from. We're all vets together, and the government's screwing all of us all in one place, all at the same time. It doesn't matter how broke you are or how not broke you didn't get. The fact that we raised our hand and said, I do to our government in time of whatever it was, means that we are willing to do what it takes.
So let me ask you a question. I'm gonna make this a little bit more direct with you. And I'm a little bit uncomfortable putting you on the spot, but I'm going to, because of what you said and because I think it's really important for the 87 people who are here listening to this to understand what you're saying. And my question is, are you willing to email Deborah and become an active participant in this? Do you feel that what we've described so far gives you enough interest that you would at least like to get involved in it and participate with her and or myself, right? Deborah is the leader of the online democratic women's movement. Okay. She stepped up to do that. She took her oath of office and she's still championing it. So does that strike you as something that you would like to get involved with? Have we said enough to encourage you to do that?
in a heartbeat. In fact, I was actually doing a letter, or excuse me, an email up to Deborah as you called for me to speak. So that's in the background right now on my phone.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Is there any question you would like to ask us or anything? And as I'm talking to Sarah,
Well, can I
you
just, let
know,
me just interject.
yeah, go.
Okay, all right, because Sarah does rock. Sarah rocks. You're right, trajectory. She rocks. Right now, the veterans of this nation would, I'm sure, join our campaign. But we also have to remember to pray for the soldiers who are over in Iran and all the different areas that Trump has gotten us involved in. I think Sarah brought up an interesting point that they all need our support. So keep them in your prayers, and let's try and encourage.
My brothers and
his
sisters from
sisters.
the 82nd Airborne are overseas already. They got
Okay.
deployment orders. They're out and gone.
Wow.
They left yesterday
Wow. Thank you, Sarah. Boots on the ground already then, right?
already.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not on the ground, they're in a ship waiting to go on ground.
And he's such a liar. He promised he wasn't going to do it. What a liar.
Completely and utterly.
Thank you,
And
though. Thank you
unfortunately,
for your service.
Yeah, a
Right.
lot of us don't agree with what's going on, but we can't do diddly about it because guess what? He's still in charge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Sarah, so Sarah, so were you in the Army, Sarah? Is that where you served?
Yes, sir. I was a U.S. Army. I'm a U.S. Army vet.
And am I correct? Is adapt and overcome from the Army?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this, and I think you'll take this in the most positive way possible. Okay. When people tell me, I've been working on this online democracy movement for 10 years and I've been ignored. Okay. And when people say to me, he's going to do what he can do and there's nothing we can do about it. Okay. I flip that and I say, adapt and overcome. All right. And what we're doing here, our whole movement here of uniting online is the epitome of adapting and overcoming. Okay. Right now, hey, Lynn, right now, we citizens still have control of the internet. And if we adapt and we impose our control over the internet, then we can control them in ways that they don't realize we can control. So, Sarah, I'm gonna anyone else who wants to come in and join in with our live feed, you're gonna notice some things about this live chat. You don't have to pay to participate. You don't have to pay to come in and talk with us. Okay. You don't have to pay to comment. We need money. We are a small group and we are not wealthy. Okay. But we're not here asking for your money. We're not asking for paid subscriptions. Do we love them? Yes. But we're here to talk with you and share a message about how we can unite online. And we want everybody here to participate in that. And you don't have to pay to do it. And you don't have to pay to comment. So if you'd like to comment, just type in there, yes, comment if you want to come in and join this feed. But Sarah, I'm going to ask Sarah a question. This is for the whole group, but I'm going to ask it to her because she stepped up here to serve her country again. So Sarah, do you access the internet?
Daily.
It's
Okay.
a trick question, Sarah. It's a trick question that he's asking
I get that. Who doesn't
It's a
access the
badass. It's a badass question, and so in my book, I wrote a book called The Recipe. If you could tap your screen 3 times and save world democracy, would you do it? And I had these epiphanies, and one of the epiphanies I had is this. I think of the world as planet Earth. And around the world, I see this new environment that began about 30 years, and that's called the internet. And it's almost like this all-encompassing environment around us, okay? And what those motherfuckers have done is they've convinced us that we access the internet. But the reality is, I didn't access you here. You made a conscious choice. You received a notification of a Substack. You accessed us. Okay. We grant you access to us. We grant Facebook access to us. We are the ones who click on the mouse. We are the ones who grant that access. And so what we say at IOD Nations is, we don't access the internet. We are the internet. And without us, they ain't shit. We are the internet. Without us, they ain't shit. And in essence, what we're asking you to do, Sarah, is to become a soldier on the internet, right? To become a woman warrior, okay? And you're you, we we're sitting here right now in this group, and we're strategizing. We're trying to find tactics and ways that we can respond to them, and we can defend women's rights, and we can prevent a lot of this from happening. We want to flip the script. We want those bastards having a meeting where they're meeting and they're going, holy shit, this Deborah with this online women's nation, they're kicking our ass. They've got companies who are going to them asking how they can become pro-democracy. And then we've got this gal Sarah is over here, and she's part of the group that's this online Democratic Veterans Nation. And all of a sudden, they've got military and veterans from across the world. They're putting pressure on us. They're making us do things we don't want to do. We make democracy offensive. The women of the world unite online, and they become assertive. They adapt and overcome. We put all of these bastards who think that they're the internet and we access them. We flip that script and we say, oh, hell no. We're the internet. We grant you access. We're going to set up filters, and you don't get to come into our world. You don't get to do business with us. You don't get to socialize with us. You don't get to be part of our political movements unless you can prove you're pro-democracy, because we're the women of the United States of America. We're organized online, and we're done playing fucking defense. Okay, we're going on offense, and that's what we're doing here, and that's what enticed Deborah. You know, I had that's it. Terry says, so by making this conscious choice to be here, we are all being ID'd by AI, monitored, assessed, da 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 da. It's very, very new, very risky, and I'm a wimp. Terry, what a brilliant statement. And thank you so much for saying that. And let me tell you what's happening right now in Taiwan. They created this online government there 14 years ago or 11 years ago in 2014. Taiwan is under propaganda and online attack 24/7, okay, from China. And they have figured out they've come up with ways to control AI. They've come up with ways to prevent all this propaganda from getting in. And it's because they united, they became the powerful online force, and they now have things in place to prevent those entities from getting access to them. They are choosing to be to maintain their own dominion of their online world, and that's what we're talking about. So you may be scared and you may feel like you're a wimp. That's okay. You do what works for you. What we're telling you is there's a group here. We're not going to be afraid, and we will be there for you when you're ready. And we're going to make this shit happen. Or or they're going to have to stop me. Okay. And I got a feeling that Deborah's pretty damn committed to this too. So what are your thoughts, Sarah or Deborah? Chime in and
Okay.
tell these
Well,
ladies why
I
they
didn't
should
want
work with
to
us.
interrupt you. I know how you get diarrhea of the mouth, but I didn't want to interrupt you. So I
Good
want
for
to
you.
make
Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted people to understand that we're not just meeting here today to talk. I mean, we're gathering email signatures. So I want to ask everybody if you would leave your email address with us. We won't abuse it. Not, we
And
won't
they
do
can
anything with it.
email your address if they don't want to post it here, right,
That's fine.
Deborah?
That's fine. Yep. But 2 weeks ago, we started a campaign that we sent emails to the attorneys of the survivors. And the attorneys, when they get bombarded with all of these emails from women of the world and men, we're going to make sure that they take them to the House and the Senate. The leaders who haven't been too cooperative in listening to us or representing us. Oh, that's right, they're on vacation. So lucky. While everybody's over in Iran fighting, they're on vacation. We need to organize, and what I'm trying to do, and I can't do it by myself, I need your help. I need your help in reaching women's groups like the League of Women Voters, Planned Parenthood Now, groups that you may be members of right now, because we need to bombard them, flood the zone, just like Trump said, flood the zone. We're going to flood the zone with emails. If you'd rather do a letter, do a letter. If you'd rather contact the politician yourself, you may do that. But the point is to bombard the attorneys so that they have thousands of emails showing the support for the release of the Epstein-Trump files. Those files have to be released by law, and they are breaking the law every day by not releasing the entire file. Now, if Lev and Wilkmore,
Unedited.
yes, excuse me?
Unedited.
Unedited, right. Unredacted, yeah, we don't want any crash their email servers, trajectory says, and that's fine too. We want to make a statement because they did declare war on every American citizen by not listening to us, and on women in particular. Women really have to step up to the plate because, and vets, but women disabled, my husband's disabled, and I have to say, we need another group, Democracy for the disabled of the world and the nation.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's so many groups that could be formed, but I just can't do this by myself. I mean, I've been up since 2:30 this morning, sending out emails and thank yous to all the women who participated in No Kings. See, this is a No Kings, No Kings Day on Saturday. Also, chronic pain survivors, people are making suggestions, and the issues are all really important. But right now, we want to concentrate on empowering the survivors of Epstein and Trump and all the other co-conspirators. We want to know the names of the men. The women have already given their names out. The women have stood up. They've asked for justice, and not one congressman has been able to unite the Congress people and get them the justice they deserve. So the women and men that are here today, if you can contact everyone you know and sign up these emails, we're going to put the address, a template up on the screen. All you have to do is hit the template, hit the icon, download the template, copy and paste, and mail. It takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes of your time. You don't have to spend 2 hours protesting at a rally. It'll take you 5 minutes to send an email. And if you did it every day and bombarded them, they'd get the message. They'd understand. We're not messing around. We want the Epstein files released now. We want the non-prosecutorial agreement that Alex Acosta illegally drew up with every single conspirator's name on there, hidden behind Epstein. We want to see those names, Leon Black and all the other ones. We could do boycotts of what's the name, Wexner,
Wexler.
Victoria's Secret, Banana Republic, whatever
Yep.
he owns, that can be in the future. But right now, we're Wexner, right? Right now, we are trying to at least get the Epstein files released. We want to know the names of the people that did this to these women and children and young men. We don't want to stop. We want to keep going. We want to keep, and it's going to take a while.
Hey,
I mean, before we address
Deborah.
another issue, I just want to take care of the Epstein file issue. Yes.
Tell them what you're doing on Saturday.
Okay, every Saturday, I know that we sent out an email to everyone for Women's Suffragette Saturday, which we participated in with No King's Day on Saturday, collecting emails, telling people to contact the lawyers for the survivors. This Saturday and every Saturday, we're going to try and do a Zoom meeting with me. Joel's not going to be there, so join me.
I might be. Smart
he will
ass.
be there. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm kidding. You know, this whole thing is Joel's idea. He started this 10 years ago. I only joined 4 weeks ago, so bear with me. I'm still learning. But I do know how to organize as a former assemblywoman. I do know how to campaign. And that's what this is, a campaign for democracy. So that's why I need all of you to help. I need you to step up, volunteer to be a leader.
11 o'clock,
lead.
Lynn.
Trajectory, thank you for sending the info to Lev. I sent the info to Lev. I think a couple of us did. I sent an invitation. I sent the women's, suffragette movement to him. But anyway, Saturday at 11 o'clock, Pacific Standard Time. What's the initials? Okay. And 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is my time. We're going to do a Zoom meeting. I'm going to limit it to 45 minutes. I don't want to take your time up. I know everybody's busy, women in particular. Women are really working jobs, taking care of families. And
Called the second shift
there
for a
are
reason.
guests. Yeah, right. So
What was that, Sarah?
It says it's called the second shift for a reason.
That's right. All right, I'm gonna, there are some people that want to come up online, so I'm gonna back off. Go ahead, Ashfaq.
Yeah, we have a new guest called Taiwan Greenfield. Welcome to our chat. We'd really appreciate if you unmute yourself and talk to us. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you for the acknowledgement.
All right. So, Joel.
Hey, is it pronounced Taiwan?
It is. You guys are part of the 1% of people who got it right. So.
All right. Welcome, Taiwan.
Hey, Taiwan, thanks for being here. Where are you from and how did you hear about us? And have we said anything that surprised you? Obviously, we intrigued you enough to come in and talk to us. Up, you're muted.
Yeah.
I'm in Sedona, Arizona. So can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I heard of you from Substack. So I was just, I was looking at Substack says, we're all just kind of sitting here, the frogs in the boiling water for, I feel like a solid 6 years now. Right. And it's just kind of sneaking up and, every conversation I'm having, I'm just wondering what to do and how to do it. And it seems like, you guys have some great guidance I've just heard in the last 5 minutes. So thank you.
No worries. So, so one of the things that I try to impress and that I've wanted to be a part always of this international online democratic nations movement or online citizen-led democracy. And what I try to position us as different is that we're actually trying to do something. Okay. I can go into these other Substacks and everybody's talking about what's wrong and what the problems are. And there's all these followers and participants and subscribers and all this, but it's like going to the No Kings protests, right? I want to go there and I want to fucking accomplish something. I want to get with a group of people who are actually assertively trying to accomplish something. And I think that's what makes us different. Do you get that feeling since you've been here? What, any questions for us? Anything that intrigues you?
I don't know who you're talking to. Are you talking to Sarah?
To Taiwan.
Taiwan?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, this is, all I've been doing is, just with my social media, I haven't felt comfortable posting anything about my life where I'm just, on the beach having a good time. So I've been the first thing I could think of doing actively in the last couple years is just getting information out. And as you know, I'm sure it's happened to all of us. We've lost a lot of friends or people disagree, and there's a lot of people we could do without. And I think yeah, I would like to take some action. I'm on exactly the same page as you. And yeah, it's interesting to me because I was actually born in Vietnam and I'm half Vietnamese. And I'm not super well versed because I left that country when I was about 5 years old. But I don't think I ever thought something like that is something, and like at this scale would happen in this country. And so many people, I would just like to know what to do and how to talk to people. I just ran into somebody the other day who was espousing, all their beliefs about this administration and all the right things they were doing. And I've been getting very angry, and I don't think that's gonna make much of a difference. So I was hoping to talk to people who had ideas about taking action and instead of just sitting around being angry. So
Would-
yeah, and my questions are
Would-
about, I just got on this live about 10 minutes ago. So I haven't heard too much I've heard a few things about taking action that are great, but I'd love to know more.
Great.
So
Well,
it's-
Taiwan, can
Go
Draco
ahead.
put the link up because I see it's 2:30 already. Draco, can you put that link up for empowering the survivors of the Epstein rapes?
Okay. Do you want to share? Screen share this file, this article?
Yeah, if you could share that link
could-
with everybody, that would be great. One of the most frustrating things has been listening to all the women complaining about commiserating that there's no justice for the survivors. And we got tired of hearing everybody complain and decided we'd do something about it. And that's why we have the email campaign that's up and running. And we just need more people. We need more action. So that's what we're looking for, Taiwan. And that's what you're looking for. So it's going to be a great fit. It's an email campaign to empower the survivors. It's an email campaign to let them know women count. We matter. We're the majority. And we're going to start doing things that make them very uncomfortable. It's time for democracy to be offensive, apparently. No more being Miss Nice Guy, Miss Nice Gal. We're going to start really empowering ourselves, and they're going to start sharing the power that they've taken from us. So let's get those email campaigns going, and that's what I need help with.
In
Go
the
ahead,
military,
Go ahead.
said in the military, what those women went through, we refer to as MST, military sexual trauma. And we have groups of women in the military that meet and talk about this kind of stuff because their survivors and their guys never get prosecuted because there's nothing wrong. Nothing happened.
Right.
They didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so being able to get I'm in touch with a lot. I'm lucky I never had MST. I'm one of the few, which is sad to say.
It is sad.
So
can I ask you a question? A woman contacted me, a veteran, about the issue you're talking about. She can't get any justice. She was raped. No one is doing anything because of that law that exists that I don't remember the name of. But
It's stupid.
can I share your email address with her or give you her email address? Because
Absolutely.
she needs help and I don't know exactly how to help her. I told you.
I'm part of 3 different programs for veterans.
Oh,
I'm
that
part
would
of
be great.
the Wounded Warrior program. I'm part of Paralyzed Veterans of America, also known as PVA.
Okay.
And then I'm
That's
also part
perfect.
of a bunch of other sports related programs for vets.
Okay.
But all of those encourage us to be active, to release the stress and frustration we have in our own lives through physical activity.
Okay. Well,
And
Sarah,
that's
her
what I would
first
like to
name,
do. So
her first name is Dorothy. So when I send it to you, don't let it go to spam. Okay.
I won't, yeah, no, because I already
all
have your
right.
name, your email address saved, Miss Deborah.
So
Oh, just Deborah,
Taiva,
please. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry, Joel. Go ahead.
no,
Wait, let me just
no,
one more
no,
time.
no apologies necessary.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Saturday, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'd like to get a group of women together so that we can actually organize this email campaign and really bring it home. I mean, I'm really flood the zone and do it for 2 weeks if that's what it takes. But I want it done so that they'll listen because I'm so tired of and frustrated of them not listening to anyone, just doing what Trump wants. So let's make them do what they should be doing. Let's make
They're
them
little
follow
puppets.
their oaths.
They're little puppets right now, and that's sad.
That's right. Thank you,
So I'm going to
Sarah.
throw something in here for Taiwan that sort of talks to this from a macro level. Just because Taiwan, you're one of the new people here, and so IOD nations, I had this realization about 10 years ago that we have this ability to unite online democratically, and that most of the citizens of the world. So you have in the background here, you have Rakesh, you have Ashfaq, who's Kurt Cobain, you have Draco, who's working behind the scenes. They're all from Bangladesh. In their country, they had a rebellion about 3 years ago or so. They overthrew an authoritarian nation. They got a democracy led by young people and all of this, and now they're losing it again because there's no structure. There's nothing to really support these young, vibrant democracies and to help them establish themselves. And the the point is that this is really, in the overall scheme of things, it's simpler to do now than it ever has been before. In other words, I tried really hard to reach out to Indivisible and 5051. And so here's the way I would explain it, Taiwan, and to everyone here who's listening. Okay. Um, I want you to imagine that you woke up today and every No Kings rally made an announcement. If you went to one that was big enough to have a stage and speakers, I asked them to let me speak. And if I had gotten up to speak, I would have said, I'm asking everyone in the crowd to pull out your phone. Okay. And I want you to send an email to Deborah at iodnations.org saying, I would like to become an online democratic world citizen. That's it. Now, or you could say, I want to join the online democratic women's movement. Now, if those rallies had done that, the call that we would be having right now would be because there were 100,000 or 1,000,000 women in this group right now. If they had done that at those rallies, we would be sitting here right now with the most powerful women-led democracy in history. And we couldn't get them to do it. Okay. And so we don't have that group today, but that is not going to stop us. Okay. I don't understand why they won't do this. I don't understand why these groups don't all come together and bring us together online democratically so we can be fucking monsters of democracy, right? We need to champion and lead and impose freedom and democracy across the world. Democracy is a contact sport, okay? I'm 66 years old and I got raised I was born and raised in Yorktown, Virginia, where Cornwallis surrendered to Washington and Lafayette, where the United States of America won its freedom. That's where I grew up for 18 years, right? And all I was told as a young kid was, oh, you just need to vote. Oh, you just need to vote. And I voted, but I was not an active participant in our democracy, okay? And we have this time in history where we can unite online at the click of a mouse, and our democracy is failing. And women and people of color and people from third world nations, those are the people who are going to suffer the most if we allow freedom and democracy to fail across the world. God damn it, we're the United States of America. We're supposed to be the ones championing this and leading this. We always said, what did Ronald Reagan say? We're the shining light or the beacon on the hill that you can look to. And now we're a big fucking orange turd that people are looking at. And we didn't get to accomplish that on Saturday, but that will not stop us. And Deborah needs, we've got 123 women who have come in here. She needs a bunch of you to help her. She can't even read all the emails or respond to them. It doesn't have to be just.
I can. No, I can. That's not true.
Okay.
Just that I don't get
Well, you
any
won't be
sleep
able
then.
to soon.
I'll never get to go to bed and go to sleep if somebody doesn't help me. I've been up since
Yes.
2:30 this morning, so I'm a little bit wasted right now. You can okay, I will DM Lev. Okay. Thank you, Trajectory.
Tyvon and everyone else who's here. debra@iodnations.org. Saturday is Online Suffragette Saturday. Deborah is going to succeed. She is going to unite the women of the United States, enough of them that they become a force to be reckoned with. And the women across the world are going to do the same thing. And we're just having to take it step by step instead of being able to do it at the No Kings rally. We're going to make it happen. Deborah's going to make it happen. And I'm going to spin off and I'm going to go do it with Ukraine. I am desperate to get the citizens of Ukraine to unite online and become the first traditional nation. So there's two types of online nations we can have. We can have cause-based nations like women, LGBTQ, veterans, climate activists, BIPOC, any group, artists can form an online democratic nation. If a business no longer requires brick and mortar, then a nation no longer requires land and borders. Okay. You can form a nation online simply by uniting for a cause. But the other thing is, we've got these governments that are failing or that need citizens to be involved. So if the citizens of Ukraine unite online democratically, okay, they become another powerful democracy representing Ukraine. Okay. If they do it in Canada, if they do it in Vietnam, Taiwan, any nation can do this, and the citizens can unite online democratically, and they can pressure. So imagine right now if we had woken up today and there were 200,000 women or 300,000 women, this meeting would be completely different. You guys would be talking about who's going to volunteer for this part? What are the different ways that we can use our power and influence to make things happen? Deborah's mission, she wants the goddamn Epstein files released, and she wants those survivors respected. You guys would be talking about how to make that happen right now. And so to make that happen, we've got to get enough women with Deborah and Tyvon and Sarah. And you guys need to organize online. And that's what Saturday is, Online Suffragette Saturday. Did did that enlighten it more for you, Tyvon? Does that make more sense?
There's a lot there. And
Yeah.
you know, and it's really, it's all frequency. And it was just a couple days ago, that, well, I'm impressed to see people here from Bangladesh and different nations that care, right? And I just a couple days ago, I was vocally, wanting something, some ideas, something to do that's more powerful. And hopefully we can get to the bottom of why people won't stand up and call to action during when they have the attention of, millions of people or were there millions of people? At least hundreds of thousands of people at the No
Yeah.
Kings rallies, right? I mean,
I'm
everyone's
sure
willing
there were
to,
millions. I'm sure there were millions.
Yeah.
If you
and
add
I,
them all. Yep.
Right. And then, I don't know what happened to Sedona. It used to be a liberal spot in Arizona, but all that happens when then people are out protesting there's all these bizarre, super right wing, bigot hippies yelling at them. I don't think we're getting much accomplished. I'm with you, and I think I want to get to the bottom and address it in the emails with Deborah or somewhere. Why? people are not people are not willing to take the next step. All this
Right.
political bypassing is a luxury that we're going to find out we don't have the luxury of anymore. Well, we don't. We don't.
You're
And
right.
some people
You're
still
right.
don't realize it. And our friends here in Bangladesh, they get it.
Yeah.
Some people in Venezuela,
That's
all
right.
over the country, all over the world,
You're
they're
right.
getting it. And all
That's
the
right.
propaganda. I travel around the world a lot, and when I do, I stay. And there's part of me that just wants to bail out and go live in another country because I am a fortunate one who has a wherewithal to do that. But people like you guys, I think, are making me feel more like I want to stay in this country and do something. And
No,
so,
please
Deborah,
stay.
I put my email in for you,
I saw
just in
that.
case.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, just in case I forget, it's Deborah at iodnations.org, right?
Right. I put it in the chat comment, the comments on the side.
Okay,
So
okay,
if you
and
go to
then,
chat, you'll see it there.
okay,
Okay.
great. And then I have to leave, guys, but so there's what are there only 7 or 8 people part of this group? Or
No, we've grown.
Deborah's
We've
got,
grown.
we
Somebody,
have,
we have over
yeah,
200 women as of
yep.
Saturday. There were more that I haven't gotten to yet, but we just started. So we're doing great. We're moving forward. We're gaining momentum. We always, I think when I was in politics, the expression was you don't want to peak too soon. Well, we do want to peak too soon. Time is of the essence. We need to get the emails out as soon as we can. We
Yeah.
don't have time to wait anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I'm with
waiting.
you. I'm
Thank
with you.
you.
I want to, I'm sick of the, I mean, we obviously on the more liberal sides, we keep it classier than they do. And I'm not like that. I'm the worst snowflake of their nightmares. And I'm here with you. And so
Perfect.
we got to get, we have to, we can't be this soft anymore.
That's right.
It's just,
So here's what
we're, I'm right
I
there.
would say, Tyvon, as you leave, okay?
Thank you, Tyvon.
If yeah, and thanks for being here. We're gonna do these meetings probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday, okay? Deborah's gonna do the online suffragette Saturday, Okay. If every person here listening would get into these other Substacks and invite women and tell them what's going on, if you would email your friends or text your friends, okay, we've got 127 people today. If everybody here would get another person or two people, okay, that means, you know, we would have almost 400 people at Wednesday's live feed. Okay. And that means on Friday, if we did the same thing, we could get up close to 1,000. All right. Now, I want you to imagine what would happen on Friday if 1,000 women emailed those attorneys for the Epstein survivors. And they got 1,000 emails that said, we're the online democratic women's movement of the United States, and we're here to support you. And God damn it, next week we're going to have 2,000 or we're going to have 5,000, and we are here to support you. And if some of those survivors would like to participate, they can come in and give us credibility and give Deborah access to a bigger audience. And once it happens, it's going to click. It's going to break. The Malcolm Gladwell called it the tipping point, right? You reach a point where the momentum tips, and that's going to happen. Women are going to become one of the most powerful and influential political, social, military, and economic forces in the world. You will unite online. It will happen. We're just trying to make it happen quick. We didn't get that opportunity with No Kings, so we're going to fucking figure it out. But we need you to participate. Every woman who's listening to this, Deborah is busting her ass to make this happen, and she needs your help, and you need her. So I'm gonna let this go for a moment, and then we're gonna spin into our emails that we're gonna send. And I want to make a Anne, if you email Deborah at that email that you see above, you will get an invite to Online Suffragette Saturday. Okay. It's Deborah at iodnations.org. I can see it just up above you in the feed, and it'll be in the feed again before we leave. I want to talk to American Citizen really quick. American Citizen has stop breaking things up, have one goal. Ukraine people here. American, I have to break it up the way that works for me. Okay. The Ukraine is one of my missions, but women are the ones who have stepped in and participated in this, and that's why we're focused on them now. But I'm trying to get the women and Deborah to spin off and seize control of their part of that, and then help us get to Ukraine. Deborah sent me a letter. Evidently, in Denmark, they have already instituted some of this online citizen-led democracy.
They're
in
voting.
much the way that
they're voting online. They're
Wow.
they are voting online. No machines. They're doing it online. So
and
I mean,
and in Taiwan, they've been doing it for 11 years, this online integrated democracy. They've gone from a 9% approval rating of their government up to 70%. This is a government where some of these politicians would go to blows. I don't know if they have a Congress
that's
or whatever.
right.
I remember watching a
Yeah.
video, and they're punching each other, and now
Right.
they're at 70% approval. So
Yep.
this we're not making up new shit. This is just common sense. It's all a matter of numbers. Democracy is two ingredients. It's how many people do you have, and how well do they collaborate? That's what democracy is. The more people you get, the more women you get here, and the better you collaborate, the more offensive and fierce you make yourselves, the more powerful and influential you're going to become. And it's all in your hands. And so I'm going to leave some comments, and then we're going to spin out. So American Citizen was talking about contacting women's groups. Every woman who's in here, if you know a women's group, if you know an email for the head of a women's group, let's send them 20 emails or 100 emails that say, we've got women from across the world uniting online democratically. Will you support us? Will you talk about us? And let's make it 1,000 who come to Deborah's meeting on Saturday. So take it away, Deborah. Wind this thing
Okay.
down, and we're gonna start sending some freaking emails.
Okay. Okay, everybody, if you see that link that Draco put up for empowering the survivors, if you could download that template, link onto it, you'll have all
Can
the
you put it up again,
information.
Draco?
Okay.
Sorry,
You'll have
Deborah.
that's all right. You'll have all the information you need with the template, the email addresses, everything that you need. 5 minutes a day. If you could just do it every single day for like a week, 2 weeks, let me know how it's
Copy
going
and
on
paste.
Saturday. And did you get it, Sarah? You see it?
Yes.
Copy,
So,
paste, and email. Right. If we can accomplish that, we can move on to other issues. I mean, I know men think that we're trying to exclude them. We're not. We're including men, but we're trying to make it clear that women we're losing our rights every day. So the spouses, the fathers, the grandfathers, the sons, the nephews, you have to recognize that Trump is taking away all of the equality that we've spent years trying to establish. They're trying to take away our right to vote, and I'm sure you can see that with Hegseth and his lovely idea of providing proof of your name. Like my name is not really Mazzarelli. My name is Werner. So if that's going to be part of what I have to prove, how I became a Mazzarelli, they don't want me voting. They don't want any of us voting. Men don't want women. So we have to defeat the SAFE
Certain men.
Act, right? SAFE Act, right? What a joke. Anyway, I'm going to wind it down because it is 3:00. We've been on for an hour, and I'm going to thank everybody for coming. I hope to see you on Saturday. An email will go out to you. Just give me time. Also, forgive me if I mistype things because I'm typing very quickly. And thank you very, very much for coming. And I'll give it back to you, Joel.
Are there any women here who have an email address for a women's group that you participate in that you think we should be emailing and notifying about what's going on and what we're working on accomplishing?
Wait, Saturday, I'm going to have a list of women's groups like the League of Women Voters, Planned Parenthood, NOW, American Association of University Women. And I'm going to ask everyone to look up addresses because they have national, state, and local addresses. If you're involved locally in an organization like a women's group, you can immediately start sending emails with the local organization. See if you can get the state email address and get those people involved as well. But Saturday, we're going to definitely be sending emails out, which are we have the template already prepared. So it'll be just as easy to reach out to these women's groups and get them to support the Epstein file release. So that'll be part of it. We're gonna make this grow. We're gonna bombard them. We're gonna flood the zone. We're gonna take action, and we're gonna get it done. And those Epstein files will be released in a week or two. Yeah, I just need your help. Let's get it done. Thank you. Thank you, Tyvan.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
So we have a new guest called MDI. If you can hear us, thank you for being here. You can unmute yourself and talk to us if you want, but there's no pushing towards that. So go ahead, Joel.
Well,
Okay.
okay. MDI, do you want to talk with us?
No, he said maybe later.
Yeah, in the
So
chat, maybe
kind
later.
of listening. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, everybody who has shared an email address, we as a group, MDI or Sarah, if you want to come jump in with us, we're going to have a breakout group after this where we're going to talk about what emails we're going to send. Everybody should understand we're giving you an email template, but obviously, Sarah might look at it. She might have a really personal message that she wants to send to the survivors. So we just give her the email addresses and she looks at the template and she says, well, I'm going to edit it a little bit here. I'm going to tweak it to say what I want. Or she's going to say, I've got a different message I want to send, but thanks for getting me those email addresses and I want to participate in this. We're not here to tell everybody specifically how to do things. We're just trying to get people to organize, and we want to use the power of numbers, and we want to use the unity and collaboration of women to start asserting their power and influence across the world. And how freaking cool would that be? How amazing. Can you imagine waking up and there's an international online democratic women's nation and it has 1 million or 100 million or 1 billion women united online? Everything that we're doing now is going to be a whole different discussion because you guys are going to be talking about what do you want to accomplish? How can you accomplish it? Sun Tzu said, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Opportunities seized multiply. Okay? JFK said, the Chinese have 2 characters for the word crisis. The first character is danger. The second character is opportunity. Beware of the danger, but don't let it stop you from seizing the opportunity. You have this opportunity that no women in history have ever had. You can take this mouse, you can unify and collaborate online, and you can become one of the most powerful forces for freedom and democracy in the world. And it's all a matter of whether you're willing to click your mouse, tap your screen, send an email, and collaborate. And we're here to help you. This team, Draco, Rakesh, Ashfaq, myself, Deborah, we're here to help make it happen. We'll help create email lists. We'll help create email templates, but we need your help to participate. So, does anyone have a comment they want to make before we leave?
I have something to say. I want
Go
everybody to
for it,
realize
Sarah.
that they need to have what I refer to as a waterfall for a mouth right now. What you're thinking in your forehead needs to come out your mouth. Because right now we're keeping everything up in our heads and needs to be coming out of our mouths. Because if people don't hear what we need to have done, nothing will get done. We need to speak more than we're just watching and letting stuff happen. And this is our chance.
Thank you so
That's
much,
right.
Sarah.
Are more
You're-
people coming
for-
forward?
So anyone who shared an email here, you're going to get you're going to get an email with a Zoom link in it. And I want everyone who wasn't here earlier to remember what Sarah said. Okay? Sarah's a disabled veteran. This is the first time she's come into our group. And what she said was, when I took the oath to the Constitution of the United States of America, that was not a temporary oath. It was a lifetime oath. And Deborah Mazzarelli, three-time New York State Assemblywoman, never lost an election, ran as a Republican and as a Democrat. She said the same thing at the beginning of this. She said, I took an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America, and damn it, I'm going to stick with it. And I'm going to get a bunch of women to unite online, and we're going to make a goddamn difference. And these are the people who are stepping up here, and they're saying, I see a way that I think we can have a positive effect on things, and they need your help. So join us when we send you these email links and these email templates. Take the 5 or 10 minutes to copy and paste them, send them, come into our feeds and join Deborah on Saturday for online suffragette Saturdays. So that's it. We're going to end the show. I do a countdown. Sarah, we're going to send you an email. I have a sneaking suspicion you're going to join us in our working group. Greg, Trajectory, we'd love to see you there. All these names I keep seeing who come in and have been to our feed multiple times. Come join us. Here's the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Email Deborah if you want to participate. Deborah, DEBRA, at iodnations.org. Draco, throw that link in here for the article. In this article that we're sharing, this is from our Substack. It has the email addresses for the attorneys representing the Epstein victims. It has an email template that you can use to email them. Okay? Please join us. Please help. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're signing off. We'll see any of you who left an email address with us or want to join the Zoom call for our working group after this. Thanks to everyone who came here. Please invite others. Share it all over Substack. We have not targeted women groups on Substack. So if you belong to a group on Substack that's primarily women's issues, reach out to them. Let them know what you're doing. Let them know what we're doing. Okay? We need help. You need help. We all need help. Let's do this shit. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's make democracy offensive.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's invite online.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.